Hi there, my name is Vibes, and welcome back to Art with Vibes. Now, today, this video is strategically sponsored by me and my new Photoshop starter kit that is now released on Gumroad. Woo! I hope I put a graphic up or something right here, because me just dancing in front of the camera, it looks kind of weird. I'm looking at it right now. Anyways, nevertheless, got it released. I've been talking about it in the last couple of videos. If you're new here, welcome, and here's my brush pack. So today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a bit of the capabilities that this brush set has. I can't tell you I know all of them because everybody has different skills and they might be able to figure out some things that I did. So let's hop right into it. Now, today, we got 6 brushes to talk about. Technically 5. One is a smudge tool brush, but very useful indeed. So first off, we got my favorite brush. I named it Painting Custom because that was the first brush that I used. It is this brush on the left here. This is my favorite brush to use out of the entire pack. It is very nice because I'll just show you. Even though it might not be on like the same layer, or even though it is on the same layer, there's this thing that brushes have in Photoshop that allows you to layer the color. So it's kind of like if you mixed paint onto white paint. It's not fully saturated, which makes it good because then I could continue to layer it on. And then if you keep that with smudging, you can get like a really nice flat texture on your armor or your clothes or something like that you're trying to draw, even sometimes on the face, but it's really unnecessary. So if you notice, this isn't the color that I actually created. This is a lighter version, but if I layer it on a couple of times, now I'm starting to get to that color that I actually chose. So it's useful when you're trying to get down to, like, when you're sketching, like if I put it on black right now, I could get like a really dark gray, but then layer it on to really get down to the black. So the sketch can be quick, easier to do. Personally, I use this brush for sketching and actual painting. I do both with it. I think it's a really nice brush. Has a nice textured end to it. If you notice, it's not just a hard brush, and I think that texture is a nice little touch to it. Adds a little bit more to your art and really gets it a little bit of a stylized look. Now, I just realized you guys can't see me. Why didn't you tell me? I thought we were friends. I thought you were looking out for me. Okay, back to it. Brush number 2. This is the wide painting brush. The wide painting brush is kind of like the Painting Custom brush, but it's a little bit thicker. There's no textured edge, or the edge is not as textured. I could give you guys a bit of an example. And you see the edge here, but here it's way more hard edged on the sides. And I think this one is good if you're trying to create like specific line art. Even though it's meant to be a painting brush, the line art is good too, because usually you need the line art just to start your sketch off, or get it to that near finished sketch, you know what I mean? And you'll see a couple artists do things like that, where they have a painting brush or something light like this that they can use to create some simple line art over their sketch. People like Lotus Bubble is like the last person I noticed. A lot of artists do it. I mean, I probably couldn't name them all, but that was the first one that came to mind. Um, I'll probably link them in the description as well. Um, but this brush, I think, is so nice to use. Very, very useful. It's clean. It's nice. Um, and as I said, I'll use it for a sketch just like the last one. All right, brush number 3. That is my textured halftone brush. Now, this works a little bit differently than normal halftone brushes that you will have in like manga or comic books. So basically, I ended up accidentally stumbling upon this, but um, if you notice, it's a textured thing that actually just brushes horizontally. It does not do it vertically unless you change the settings. I'm going to see if I can go back in and change the settings in, but I think this is a little bit better. Personally, I think I like it more horizontally because then you're forced to use it a little bit differently. Um, this is for texture purposes for your characters. I'm going to start using it more because I haven't been using it too much in my latest pieces, but hopefully in my next one that I'm currently working on, I can get a chance to use this brush to its full potential, even though I can't say I know what its full potential is just yet, I'm just saying these brushes are crazy, man. I think they got so much potential, but that's up to you guys. You guys got to tell me what you guys think of these brushes. So comment down below what you guys think of these brushes, and if you use the brush pack, be sure to tag me on like Instagram or tell me in the YouTube comments or leave a review on Gumroad. Just tell me. I need to know. I need to improve, you know what I'm saying? Okay, brush number 4. That would be this one. This brush is not meant for painting. Here we go. There we go. This is my textured edge square brush. So normally the square brush is actually quite boring, actually. It's usually a hard edge, but I got a little bit of a texture on it when I was playing around with the settings, and now it's a bit of a painting brush. I think it's fun to use, honestly. If you're just trying to block down some colors, I think this is a good one to go with under some line art. This is a really effective brush, and you can also use it for. You can use almost any brush for sketching, honestly. If you're really wondering, like, only the brushes that you really can't sketch with, or something like my halftone brush here, or maybe like a smudge brush because it's meant for smudging. Yeah, but that's about it. You could pretty much use any other brush, but I think I like this one a lot too because just it's for process purposes, All right, brush number 5. That's this one. That was unnecessarily large. It's this one. Okay, so this brush is slowly growing to be one of my favorites. So this brush was meant to be for painting. I gave it a really textured edge. If you guys can see that, it's really spiky on the edges, and it is not conducive to the size that the cursor's in. So you can see that the cursor's pretty small. You'd think I wouldn't be able to get it much bigger, but that is clearly bigger than the cursor that I'm painting with. So you do have to be careful with that. But I think this brush is really good for gestures and stuff like that. That's a really good. It's really good for that. It really gets you to create your not your normal sketch, but just to get the body down or of your character, just to do it really quick. I think this brush is definitely my favorite. Just to really get that idea down as fast as possible before you start overthinking. So I think that's a really good thing there. Now, last but not least, our smudge brush. So here I actually just took this, smudged it. I'm still smudging it now. This is actually how I blend things in Photoshop. There are probably some other ways that people do it, but this is the way I have grown to become comfortable with. And you can see that actually the smudge tool makes that blend pretty smooth now. Over anything, but it depends on the brush that you have. Some smudge brushes aren't as nice when it comes to blending, so that is exactly what I made this brush for. It is specifically meant for blending. I think this is one of the ones that the potential is a little stunted because it's just meant for one thing, but I know you guys are quite creative, so please feel free, mess around with this brush, see what you can do. I'm pretty sure you can do some pretty cool things. I've personally done some cool things with hair by um, smudging. So let me just give you guys a little bit of information on it. The smudge works in the direction you're painting. So if I smudge that way, that's how it works. So if I keep smudging this way, the gray will start to um, outdo or come over. I don't know why the word is not coming to my head, but the gray will outdo the light gray as I keep smudging it this way. But if I smudge it the other way, the light gray will go over the dark gray. Um, I'm pretty sure you guys should be able to see the difference. But yeah, that right there is a big deal, just for you to understand what's happening, so that you don't just go around doing it in circles. Because when you do it in circles, it doesn't come out as clean, or at least it feels a little bit more controlled when you know the direction that you're going in and what you want it to look like. And it helps you to create like organic textures. Um, like say for this could be like some matte metal, you know. But yeah, so that's my brush set. Alright. Time to hype myself up. Take two, take two. Okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Let's do this seriously. Let's do this. Let's do this.